Okay, so hello to everyone. I've actually been posting a lot. I look bald. I've been posting a lot recently, which of course is a good thing, I guess, because I'm getting a lot of things off my chest and you guys get more content to watch. I don't know. I feel like most of the time I'm not providing anything important to society. I'm kind of just talking and telling like my own worthless drama. It's really stupid, but yeah. So I apologize for that. I take it this is not very educational. But I still appreciate you guys like commenting and liking and like still putting, you know, effort into my videos. I literally don't understand why this is interesting to listen to. Like my videos are long. They're like 20-30 minutes of just me talking. It's ridiculous. Who wants to listen to this? Anyway, recently I've been feeling really bad. I think it's PMS. I hate to say that because it makes me sound like I love my cycle, and my cycle, I love astrology. I'm a Sagittarius asparagus. You know, like I nothing against people who like astrology. But like, you know what I mean? Like, but it is usually PMS. Like I get terrible mood swings and I just feel terrible. Like right now I feel terrible. I feel disgusting. I feel bloated. I'm not even bloated. I just feel bloated. I feel fat. That's always a bad sign. I have a friend. She's not really my ex-best friend, but we just don't talk anymore. Like if we were to talk, we wouldn't like hate each other. Like we don't have like beef or whatever, but like we just don't talk. And like I saw her post of like her in a bikini, and she was always a very slim girl, but I don't know if that's genetic or not because her family isn't like, they're more on like the muscular curvier side. Maybe she's just the outlier. For as long as I knew her, I feel like this is kind of invading her privacy. That's why I'm not saying any names or like descriptions. But she was like kind of not eating well either. We were both like, at the time when we were friends, we both had very bad eating habits. We were just not eating, and we would not eat together. Like it was ridiculous. And she would encourage me to eat and I would do the same to her. But in the end we were both starving ourselves basically. So I don't know if she has this very slim figure because she's still starving herself, or if it's because that's just how she's built. Either way, it doesn't matter. She's very slim, and it's been making me like crash out. Like her recent post or whatever is like her in a bikini, and I've just been like sobbing because it's like, oh my god, I do not look like this. My image of myself is just really bad. So I really need to improve that, and I don't know how, because I've literally done everything I can to try to fix how I view myself, and I just can't fix it. So I don't know what I have to do to fix it. But yeah, that's that. My science teacher yelled at me today for closing my notebook 3 minutes before class ended, and I started crying. The mood swings are really bad. It's like, it's not even funny. Hold on. I don't know how the speaker works. Okay. It was the last class of the day. And as soon as I left, and my friend is in that class, and as soon as we left the class, I just broke out in tears. And it's not even because of that. Like, I could handle it if that was the only thing that happened, like, during this week. But it's not just that. And that just kind of tipped me over, and I just started crying. She assigns a lot of work. And I don't want to, like, complain. Oh, my teacher assigns a lot of work. Like, okay, big whoop. But, like, you know, like, why are you assigning so much work? And then you yell at me. It's, like, actually ridiculous. Like, what are we, in freaking, like, first grade? You're not supposed to yell at me anymore. Like, I thought you're supposed to treat your students as adults. I don't understand this concept of high school like, half of my teachers don't care. Like, if I want to use my phone, I can use my phone. If I want to use my headphones, I can use my headphones. I can do whatever I want in the class. If they're teaching and I'm on my phone, that's my problem. If I'm not getting the information, if I'm not taking notes, if I'm not doing my work, I fail the class. That's on me. And some of my teachers, like, they think like that, which I like. I have this one teacher, he does not care. He lets us do literally whatever we want in his class. No assigned seats, no phone rules, no music rules. He plays music during the class. He barely talks. He says, like, one thing once a week. Otherwise, all of our work is in freaking Google Classroom. If you do it, you get an A. If you don't, you fail. That's on you. He's not gonna push you or freaking call your parents or take your phone away. He doesn't care. Which I really appreciate. I feel like we're grown enough. Like, I know that they do this in college where they don't care. And it's like, if you get the work done, then you pass. If you don't, that's on you. Like, it's not the teacher's problem to run around chasing you, taking your phone away. What is it? Taking your headphones away. Making sure you come to class and you're not skipping. Like, that's not the teacher's job. The teacher's job is to teach, assign work, and grade it. I don't understand why some of these teachers are doing too much. It's like, why don't you just tell me you don't have a life? And it's like, some of my teachers will do, like, the very most, making us put our freaking phones in the freaking pockets. No headphones. No phones. Laptops closed. Like, do your job. This is not your job. If I want to take notes, if I want to listen, which I would, naturally, then good for me. I will pass the class. If I don't want to, I should be able to go on my phone. If I fail the class, that's my fault. Like, I get it. It looks bad on them when their students fail. But it's like, I don't care. Like, I don't know how to explain it, you know? Like, just let your students do what the hell they need to do to get the work done. Everybody learns differently. You can't just, like, force the same learning method on every single kid and wonder why everyone hates you. Like, it's ridiculous. But yeah. That's that. There was a football game today, and I would have gone, but some of my friends weren't going. Some did, but some didn't. And I also had a lot of homework, and I also wanted to go to the gym, so I didn't go. And I feel kind of sad. Like, I feel like I'm missing out on the experiences that I should have. But it's also like I don't care. I've been doing nails. I started learning beginning of August. I might have mentioned that before, I don't know. But I do like acrylic nails now, and I have a client coming tomorrow. Right now I'm doing them for free for like my friends and stuff. It's so funny calling my friends clients. Some of them aren't my friends because like I advertise on Instagram, and then people who aren't my friends will be like, oh, let me come. So right now I'm doing them for free just to like, you know, practice, get photos that I can post and whatnot. And it's kind of annoying doing it for free. Oh, I hate this song. It's kind of annoying doing it for free because I'm sitting there for like 3 hours. Actually, no. Okay. I'm sitting there for 3 hours doing her nails, and it's exhausting, and it's for free. But she's my last girl who I am doing for free. And after that, I think I'm charging $20. But yeah, I've just been feeling gross recently. I watched, how is it? Requiem? It's Requiem. I always forget how to pronounce it. I watched Requiem for a Dream today. This song is so, oh my god, I'm so sorry. Okay. I watched Requiem for a Dream today. It was so scary. That was literally one of the scariest movies I've ever seen. And I watched The Human Centipede. I don't like horror movies, naturally. I didn't think Requiem for a Dream would be a horror movie. I thought it was like drama thriller. That's what it's labeled as. That should be labeled as a horror movie. Holy crap. I'm not even exaggerating. That was genuinely horrifying. There was gore. There was... I want to say nudity, but that's like not a big whoop. Like graphic nudity. There was obviously drug use. It was literally horrifying. Like, it was so scary. And the annoying part was that it was really boring for the first hour. And then, like, the last 30 minutes, I freaking lost my mind. It was so scary. So, yeah, it was really weird. Yeah. So that also is leading to my bad day. And also, I have no time to go to the gym. I went today. I only did 2 exercises. And I went home because I was like, I'm not doing this. I don't know what time it is right now. It's 9. Yeah. I'm just tired. And like when it gets to this point, I get so overwhelmed by everything because I hate what I look like. I hate what I feel like. Any sort of work exhausts me. Any sort of anything exhausts me. And I literally start considering like maybe suicide is worth it. It's like, okay, please calm down. And it happens every single time. And it's like, guys, can this please go away? It's actually like the worst thing in the world. So yeah, that's that. I don't know, I've just been feeling bad. I heard somewhere that the main cause of negative emotions is self-centeredness and a closed mind. And what that basically means is, first, self-centeredness. You're going about every negative situation in your life, pretty much every situation in your life, only focusing on yourself, only looking at how this is affecting you, what you are getting out of it. Me. I. And, like, I get it. Like, it's your life. Obviously, you're gonna be thinking about yourself. But, like, that's most of the time why you're feeling so bad. You need to start thinking about things more as from, like, a more empathetic point of view. For example, if you're upset about having to donate to a charity, or not having to donate, but if you want to donate to a charity to, like, feel like you're doing good in the world, and you're upset because it's a lot of money or it's a lot of resources or something, you're upset about that because you are losing something, and you don't like to lose things. You don't like to give things away for free, and that's why you're upset. And that obviously is a self-centered point of view, and it's perfectly normal. Like, it makes sense why you'd be upset, but I'm just saying this is why this is happening, because you're looking at it from your point of view and you're not considering how this may affect other people. Like, for example, take my situation. I got upset because I was yelled at by a teacher. Obviously, I'm upset because she's yelling at me. Like, that affects me. I'm upset because I was hurt. It's perfectly reasonable for me to be upset about that. But that's why I was upset, because it affected me. But what I don't know is that she may have been having a stressful day, even more stressful than I am. She lashed out at me because of that. Maybe I remind her of someone that hurt her in the past, and she wants to take it out on me to feel like she's, getting back at them. And although those are not excuses for what she did, because what she did was rude, that's likely the reason. So it's not even that serious. I'm not gonna care in a year, 2 years. But the freaking Fiona Apple song. How does it go? I always forget it. It's like, I know a sound is still a sound around no one. I know a sound is still a sound around. I know none of this will matter in the long run, but I know a sound is still a sound around no one. The Burke. Yeah. A sound is still a sound around no one. With school starting, I haven't had time to do anything that I love. I can't remember the last time I watched TV. I haven't had time to cook. I haven't had time to crochet. I haven't had time to read. I haven't had time to go thrifting. Or just go walk around. I don't have time to go on walks anymore. I need to start eating healthier. I've kind of stopped eating. Partially because I'm paranoid that I'm fat. And partially because I haven't had time. And I've just been forgetting, Like, I forget to... Oops. Today, I woke up half an hour before my school started. I woke up. Not even, over, 23 minutes before my school started. I still got to school on time, somehow. But it was really crazy. I don't know what song this is. I haven't been sleeping well. I haven't been eating well. I haven't had time to change my sheets or do my laundry. And it's just been stressing me out because I feel disgusting. And everything feels so gross, and I just don't know what to do. I just want a day to catch up with everything. At least it's a 3-day weekend now. What was I saying about the negative feelings? You're viewing things from only your point of view, and that's normal, but that's why you feel bad. Second of all, you're viewing things from exactly how you see them. You have a closed mind. The second you see a situation from like your first glance, you immediately think that that's what the situation is. And 99% of the time, that's not true. This is the Smashing Pumpkins. 99% of the time, the situation is something you can't see from first glance, and you have to analyze it, and you really have to think about the situation. And, you have to go into it. I think, when you walk into a room, you have to analyze the room and analyze, how people are feeling. Does somebody feel tired? Does somebody feel upset? Does somebody feel excited? All these different things. You kind of have to analyze it further than just the first glance, and you will see that not everything is how it appears. And when you're finding yourself in a negative situation, it's normally because you're viewing the situation from first glance, and you haven't really looked at the whole situation. I don't know how helpful that is, but that's what I heard, and it makes sense to me. Not this song. Now my playlist is all bad. This is an old one. But I feel like I need to learn better coping mechanisms. Because so far they're all really bad. I don't know, I just want a nap. I just want to go to sleep. I just want to feel better. I wish my face wasn't so round. I just want to feel better. I noticed that like my entire life, even from childhood, I was never scared of death. And I grew up Christian, and I still do consider myself Christian. I don't know if I'm going to heaven. I don't know if heaven is real. I believe it is. I believe I'm going. I could go to hell. Hell and heaven could be not real. I could just go back to how it was before I was born. It's so ridiculous when I see people saying, like, what if death is like just darkness all the time, and you're just sitting there alone in total darkness? Are you stupid? Even if it is total darkness, what do you think it was like before you were born? Were you sitting in total darkness for billions of years? No, you didn't feel anything. Because you didn't have brain cells. You did not have brain cells. You could not feel anything. So even if it was total darkness, you didn't feel it. It didn't affect you. So if death is also total darkness, you won't feel it either, because you will no longer have working brain cells. It's ridiculous. And same with the whole thing of like millionaires freezing themselves so that they can come back to life when we figure out how to bring them back to life. Are you stupid? Are you stupid? You think freezing a corpse is gonna keep it ready when we figure out how to bring it back to life? There's no soul in the corpse. Even if you don't believe in souls, the neurons have died, the brain has died, the organs, you're freezing them. The body cannot survive under such cold temperatures. You are literally just keeping like a steak in a freezer. You can't bring a steak back into a cow with no matter how much technology we will have. I highly doubt you will take a frozen steak and be able to turn it into a live cow at some point. Humans are the same way, and it's like beyond me. Like, what? What do you think they're gonna do? Now you're sitting there frozen. Like, it's ridiculous. Yeah. Yeah, I've never been scared of death. I actually cannot wait to die. I think it will be very fun. And that sounds like sad or whatever, but I don't think of it in a sad way. Because when you die, you won't have to be in your body anymore, which means you won't have to be chained by physical circumstances. Because I believe that we're all energy inside. Like, we have this body just so that, you know, other people can see us and stuff, and that we can grab things, you know, and like we are physical to a degree, but inside we are energy. That's why you have an intuition. That's why you can like feel things. You can feel other people. People feel differently. You can feel music. You can feel memories and colors and scents and, you know, sounds. Like you can feel these things. It's not just physical. So I do believe we're energy to a degree. And I think that when we die, you will really be able to feel things more intensely than you can in this body. And you'll be able to go places and do things a lot easier than you could in this body. I think while we're in these bodies, we're very chained, and we could do a lot more without them. Because think of it, we have racism, we have sexism, we have, you know, discrimination in general, we have beauty standards, we have all these stupid things because of our external appearances. Racism, sexism, ageism, freaking discrimination, all of these things do not involve the person you are inside or your energy or any of these things. They literally only involve your external appearance, your physical body that you will leave behind when you die. Your physical body that was literally randomly generated at birth. Or that's what people believe. I think that we were all made specifically. But, you know, like this body is literally worthless. This body means nothing. And I don't mean to get like too spiritual or whatever, but that's like my opinion, you know? That's what I think it is. Like, these bodies are stupid. We don't need them. We could do a lot better without them. All these problems that we have are because of our bodies. Well, it's because of people being closed-minded and selfish and disgusting. But, you know, they're not built on anything inside. They're only built on your external body. And if we didn't have bodies, we wouldn't have these things. So yeah. So I'm not necessarily scared to die. I think no matter what, it will be a new experience, and it will probably be better than this. I just hope I don't go to hell, I guess. But even if it does go back to how it was before I was born, and there's no heaven, I wouldn't even necessarily mind. I hope there's a heaven, though. I also have a theory that heaven is not what we think it is. Hold on, I like that song. I have a theory that heaven is not like, you know, these pretty clouds and you get to eat whatever you want and not get fat, and like you get to do this and not this and like whatever. Like, I feel like people think of it as though we will just be us in the sky, and like, no, I don't think that's how it is. First of all, you're leaving your body behind, so you won't be, because God doesn't have a body if you think about it that way, so we won't be limited by bodies. And I do have a theory. It's a long story and it's like a whole nother video, but in short, heaven is joining God. And this sounds like very intensely spiritual and like almost scary. I don't mean it to be scary. I mean it in the best way possible. I don't mean joining God as in like you become God. I don't mean that, because that's blasphemous. I mean it more in a sense that like, because if you think about it, heaven is described as like eternal, not happiness, but like contentness, just like peace, and you're not limited by desire or by earthly things. And if you think about it, humans can't experience that. Humans will always be bound by desire and by earthly things. The only one that isn't bound by that is God. So oh, I like that song. So if we want to get to a place where we are not bound by that, we would have to become like God. But we wouldn't become God. We wouldn't become like him either. Because if you think about it, God is also energy. God doesn't have a body. So if we were to join God, we would just join energies. It's very confusing, and it literally makes no sense when I say it like that. And I don't mean to sound like all scary and spiritual and insane, because I'm not. Or at least I try not to be. But like, do you kind of understand what I'm getting? What I'm saying? Like, I know it makes no sense, but like, if you can just imagine, you know? Like energy. It's very hard to describe, and I also sound crazy, I know. But that's my theory. I can explain it more if anyone is interested in another video. But yeah, I should probably go to sleep. But yeah, that's the situation. Anyway, I love all of you. Thank you all so much for listening to me, for being my friends. Yeah. You guys are the best. See you later.